come join my new Discord. Link will be down below. So, unless you've been living under a rock, inflation has well, it has been a hot minute since I paid almost $5 for a gallon of gas. Yeah, not only that, groceries aren't getting any cheaper, so in today's video, I thought I'd take one for the team and attempt a more budget-friendly approach to dieting. You guys remember this place? This was the shit when I was 9. I swear, I've dropped at least $200 on silly string alone at this place. But we're not here for the gags. I'm gonna attempt to put together a meal plan that could sustain a 3,500 calorie bulk off of Dollar Tree foods alone. Yes, I know, the food costs $1 for a reason, but desperate times call for desperate measures, am I right? Now, I've done zero prior research and I'm going in blind, but man, I'm just trying to save some money. Now, be sure to like the video, subscribe, say a quick prayer for me, and now we are off. Okay, so upon arrival, one thing stood out to me immediately, and that was the vast display of carbohydrates. Priority number one became looking for protein, so I immediately made my way over to the canned goods, and I found some albacore as well as some tuna. Really high amount of protein for the given calories. Now, the only other location with high protein foods would be over by the freezer section, so I made my way over there and I found some frozen salmon, some frozen shrimp, tilapia. All of these looked really good, being that they were only $1. I didn't trust it that much, but had protein, so whatever. Grab some vegetables while I was here as well, because you need to be eating your vegetables. Now that I had a decent variety of protein, it was time to grab some carbs. No, not the fun carbs. Now, I'm really aiming for variety, so I didn't want to grab the same source for each meal, so I grabbed some rice, grabbed myself a little bit of pasta, grabbed a few oats for breakfast. This isn't essential, but I needed some hot sauce, gotta add some flavor. I always prefer blueberries, but they only had pineapple, so I grabbed a can of that. Grabbed a few chicken tendies to make a meal that was geared towards convenience. It didn't take long to get everything together and check out, but as I was checking out, I found a family of Thug Jugs. Everyone comment down below, Thug Jug. Drink a gallon of water a day, there's no exceptions to that rule. I was shocked when I looked at the receipt and saw that it was only $25 flat, but I wasn't about to complain. Time to go home. One thing to note, everything here is $1 for a reason. It's not going to be the highest quality foods. You're going to find some preservatives in there, but the whole point of going to the Dollar Tree is to find the cheapest route to bulk. As mentioned, I had no idea what to expect when I went there, but now that we have everything we need, we're going to try to put together some meals so we can put together a 3,500 calorie bulking meal plan and see what the price would equate to for 7 days out of the week. And of course, we got to see if it tastes good. All right, let's do it. So meal number one is pretty simple. There's not a lot of variety offered. I opted to go with something that incorporates oats because oats feels very breakfasty, I think. We have 40 grams of oats, 8 ounces of tuna, and we have 1 cup of chunk pineapple. Out of the 4 meals that I had planned today, I'm gonna say this is probably gonna be my least favorite. The reason I say that is because all the stuff in front of me doesn't really go together that well. I mean, I put blueberries in my oats. I can try it with pineapple. I feel like that's not gonna be as good. Pineapple oats, dear God. Wow. It's not that bad. And right here, I just have 2 small cans of tuna, over 40 grams of protein. I added hot sauce, I added salt. Cheers. I mean, it's tuna. The average cost for each meal is under $3. However, I do want to note that could still be cheaper. The reason they're a little more expensive than they could have been otherwise is because I wanted to grab a little bit of everything. I wanted to have 4 different meals, not just tuna and rice. Tuna and rice. I can confidently say I won't make this breakfast again, but if you're balling on a budget, this is absolutely an option that you could do. Be my guest. Like I said, out of all 4 meals, this will likely be my least favorite combination of food just because it's not very interchangeable. Tuna, oats, pineapple. These kind of taste good together, but I know most people won't do that. However, it absolutely gets the job done if you're balling on a budget, like I said. Meal number 2. Meal number 2, we have 2 cups of pasta as well as 3 packs of shrimp. What really got my attention with this was the cost differential between the 2 ingredients. This entire meal is $3.40. $3 of that total is the shrimp, which is like 8 or 10% of the volume of this meal, and the other 40% come from the pasta. This entire bowl is essentially pasta, which is 40 cents. As I mentioned earlier, some ingredients you get more per dollar. So with the shrimp, you don't get a huge serving with $1, but with the pasta, you get 20 servings. This is 40 cents worth, and I didn't even use half of it. I just realized I didn't take the tails off of the shrimp, so I'm just gonna have to eat it like that. Because I didn't have any indication as to what I would find at the Dollar Tree prior to getting there, I didn't know what item would have the most protein per dollar, and this shrimp kind of sucks. Right? It's good. It tastes like shrimp. However, one serving of shrimp, which is $1, is about 80 calories and 7 grams of protein. $3 for just over 200 calories of shrimp is not that good. So even though it's the Dollar Tree and everything's $1, which sounds great, it's very easy to pay more in certain areas than you could in other areas. Protein is obviously going to be much more expensive than carbohydrates. Like I said, all this pasta is 40 cents. So as I mentioned, I could make each meal cheaper. However, they would probably all be the same. It wouldn't be that interesting, and I'm looking for some taste variety. I want to have a bunch of different meal combinations to make it a little less boring. I have a really unpopular opinion, and I prefer pasta with no sauce, right? I love spaghetti sauce. I love everything in there, but I prefer plain pasta. Am I weird? Is that a weird thing? People think I'm Italian. A bunch of people think I'm Italian, and I'm not.
Okay, so here we go. Meal number 3. I know you're of like Italian heritage, and I swear I've heard you say that before. So if not, then I have made a complete fool of myself.
I definitely prefer this meal over the first one. Reason being, they're both pretty simple, but these actually go together. Shrimp and pasta is actually a thing you can walk to a restaurant and find. You're not gonna find pineapple, tuna, and oats. That's not a thing. Wow, that's what I had for breakfast. I mean, it was really good. I liked it. It's just the combination, when you say it out loud, sounds borderline blasphemous, and it makes me uncomfortable. I'm gonna finish this up, and I will see you with the third meal. Okay, so meal number 3 is 3 packs of salmon, 90 grams of long grain rice, and 2 cups of vegetables. Okay, so the rice and the vegetables look fine. I'm not too concerned about them, but this salmon looks disgusting. There was 3 separate packages. I opened 2 of them and they look pretty good. Then I opened this third one and my finger sunk into it like pudding. I mean, it's kind of cooked now, but it's like gelatin. Oh gosh, like the smell. Just the preparation. Nope. Well, yeah, I mean, we gotta try it, but I already know the answer. I need you guys to wish me luck. I need you to look after the channel if I pass away. These are my Patreon members. If you want to support, I'll have a link down below. Not gonna be anybody left to support after I take a bite. It's not how salmon is supposed to feel. But, taste test.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Ugh. Ugh. What really sucks about this is I had the highest expectation for this particular meal because everything went together well. It's salmon, vegetables, rice. It's something you'd order at a restaurant. Visually, it's very appealing to the eye. I like how it looks. I didn't even bite the bad salmon, the one that I said feels like gelatin. I mean, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Cheers. Oh, God. That shouldn't be legal. That feels like a crime against humanity. I mean, the rice is good. These vegetables taste like they were 3D printed. Wow. Definitely do not recommend. This was a waste of $3.50. If I was dirt broke, living under a bridge, and I had $1 to my name, and the only food available to me was this salmon, I would jump off the bridge. That is mucho ass. This was a sin. I have no other way of describing it. I feel like Gordon Ramsay being served something at a restaurant, and it's my job to absolutely dunk on my food.
You donkey! You fucking donkey! You donkey!
Final meal. Final meal of the day, I like to keep it simple because towards the end of the day, I have less energy. I'm not trying to cook a half-hour long meal, and the Dollar Tree doesn't have too many options. So we got buffalo style chicken bites as well as white rice with a little bit of hot sauce on there to add some flavor. Salt, of course. Interestingly enough, this meal has the most calories, however, it costs the least. Can't say I'm super pleased with the lack of options for protein at the Dollar Tree, but in the same breath, I can say I'm surprised, being that it's the Dollar Tree. Unless I missed it in the store, I did not see any ketchup, so I got nothing to dip the nugs in, but anyways, taste test. Cheers. For $1, it tastes about how I'd expect it to taste. Guar gum and xanthan gum. Don't you guys like when there's guar gum in your chicken? I've eaten a lot of chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, chicken whatever in my day. This has a noticeably more, I don't even want to say chemically, but it just tastes fake. I won't lie, it's palatable. It's just a concerning taste. It's not chicken. You eat it and you're like, I'm concerned. Now, I'm no expert. I'm not going to talk about something that I'm not familiar with, nor am I going to pretend to be familiar with it. However, it doesn't really take a lot of brain cells. Know that what you're eating isn't ideal. And I know the purpose of this video is to see how little we could possibly spend while eating in a calorie surplus. I don't think the Dollar Tree is the way to go. Carbs aren't expensive to begin with. You look at a big bag of russet potatoes, you might get it for like $1.50. They're very cheap. So the Dollar Tree isn't anything special when it comes to looking for carbohydrates. Let's talk about protein. The Dollar Tree sucks. Horrible. 2.4 out of 10. Do I recommend you guys go to the Dollar Tree to bulk? No, I don't think you should do it. I don't think it's worth it. I think there's plenty of great treats. Go there if you're stocking up for Halloween. Don't go there if you're looking to diet and have nutritional value in your food, even if it's very affordable. One video that I do want to recommend to everybody who's looking to bulk on a budget is a video by Joe Fazer where I believe he bulks for $3 a day. I don't know if it was US dollars. I'm not sure what currency it was, but it's very cheap, very affordable. I'm not too mad at the canned albacore, the canned chicken, the canned tuna. If it's a canned product, I'm not super concerned about it. However, I didn't read the label, so maybe there's a couple preservatives or additives in there that aren't too great for you, assuming you eat it for extended periods of time regularly. But like I said, eating some of this food isn't gonna kill you. It's not gonna make you grow a third leg. If you're this close to not making your rent payment and you need to afford some food, sure, get a little bit of stuff from the Dollar Tree, but do not rely on it, do not depend on it. I don't care how much money you save, there's better ways to do it. If you are a grown adult and you are looking to put on muscle in a healthy and sustainable way, this ain't it. Total calories and macros for all the food we made today adds up to 3,580 calories, 78 grams of fat, 468 grams of carbs, and 230 grams of protein. Did we hit macro and calorie goals? Yes, we did. Was it cheap? Yes, it was. Do I advise it? No. I mean, yeah, if you spend less money, you can get a higher quantity of food, but it comes at the expense of quality nutrition your body will need, as opposed to xanthan gum nuggets. I don't think that if you eat this every so often, it's gonna do anything to you, quite frankly. I'm not a pro, I'm not gonna pretend to be a pro. However, this is not something you should rely on, you should depend on. This isn't food that you should consume every single day for the sake of saving a few bucks. If you guys haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Every ounce of support truly means the world. I still have that goal of 10K by the end of the year. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm optimistic. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. It ain't over until it's over. Like the video, subscribe, comment, share it with a friend, send it to your mom, do whatever you gotta do to help your boy out. But guys, that is it for this video. I appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Peace.